Okay, first step, we'll decontaminate the whole car. We'll wash it, hand wash it with the 2-bucket method. The soap helps remove a little bit of the coat. It's very acid soap. So usually removes all waxes and all other stuff that they put on paint protection. But not, the coat is way more stronger, harder, so you're not going to remove everything, but it will help a little bit. So we'll let it sit for a little bit, and then we'll come back and just wash it just to get all the dirt and grime. And then we'll bring it in. And after I wash this, I'm gonna put some iron remover to remove all the iron from the paint. And then I will draw another coat of soap, and then we'll remove that. I don't think I have to clay this car because the paint seems pretty smooth. So if you go ahead and clay, that might scratch, and then that'll be more work for me to remove the scratches. Once the wash is done, we rinse down the car, and then we'll start the process with the iron remover. Our removers are important to remove the iron, the sap, and any dirt and grime that stays on the paint, either where you're driving or you're parking. Once that step's done, we'll rinse the car down, and then we'll start the process of the clay bar. Clay bar is going to remove everything that was left from the iron remover. If there's anything more crusty on the paint, or anything that's not supposed to be there, the clay bar will remove it. Once the clay bar is done, we'll wash the car, and then we'll dry it. Once the dry is done, we waited the car probably about 24 hours for the car to dry, 12 hours, and then we'll start the process of paint correction. We washed it, we dried it, we're gonna let it sit here, dry overnight, so we can start the paint correction process. Remove the old coat, get the swirls and marks, and then get ready to get the vehicle recoated. That's the most difficult part of the process, the paint correction, because we have to remove all the scratches and all the swirls before we apply the ceramic coating. The paint needs to be flat. That's what I call the flat paint, where there's no marks, no swirls, and no scratches. So the properties of the ceramic coating can bond to the paint. As you see here, those are leftovers coating from whoever coated before. They either didn't wipe it down, the coat, when they were doing fast enough, or they didn't decontaminate the truck before they put the coat on. So now I have to fix it. So before I do that, I'm not gonna make the same mistake that guy made. I'm gonna clean it really good.
very strong diluted alcohol content in here. It's really, really strong. So you take everything out that is not supposed to be in the paint before you paint correct and apply the coat. All left over. So we're gonna do a small test now, put some water on it to see if it's removing, if the coat's coming out with a polish. So this here, it's a microfiber pad. It's in combination with a heavy compound. You remove all the coat that in there. Take everything. This is made to take bigger scratches, bigger swirls, but this will remove the coat that's sitting in there. So you have to look in a lot of different angles, because sometimes the light hits wrong and it doesn't tell you that the high spot's still there. I don't see any here now. All being removed. Let's see, wax. This is a common mistake people make. Sometimes the compound says it doesn't have to be cleaned after, but it's just safe to clean everything up with alcohol, so it takes everything out. Right now, if I look at a different angle here, I can see wax that I did clean, but it's still there. You know, that's another high spot right here, so I have to polish that. It's my best friend. Alright, it's my best friend. That was on everything. Once we apply the first coat of the ceramic coating, we wait about 12 hours and then we apply a second coat, and then we come back with the topper. We use flour towels to know the order. So be this, once I apply the coat, I'm gonna come back, towel one really soft just to spread it out. It's called even out the coat. Then I come harder, try to get everything out, and then just to finish. This is what probably happened when the first guy that coated this car, he probably was trying to save some money, and instead of use 4 towels, use 2. It's not the way to go. There's no cutting corners here. We're gonna use Crystal Cero Ultra, which is a 9-year ceramic coating. Up to 9-year ceramic coating. So after you apply on the cross hatch pattern, you just wait a little bit until the paint starts sweating out. You'll see some bubbles start swimming out. And that's starting to remove. I can see it all already here. It's very humid today, so it's a quick flash. So we're gonna start wiping out. So really slow. Change sides, come back. Just to make sure everything is out. I always know where I stop, so I'm gonna overlap that where I stop. And I can also fill with the pad. Because once I run the pad, it's way slicker than the surface without the coat, especially this coat. This is one of the hardest coat in the market. This is a professional coat. Not everybody can buy, just credit. I went to school three, 4 times to be able to apply this coat here. If this coat get flashes, get stuck, get a high spot like the other it was in the truck, the only way to get it out is by wet sanding. And you don't want to wet sand this coat car. So you really have to be careful how to apply that.
The topper it makes very hydrophobic. So we add a topper to every ceramic coating base that we put on the car, so it makes the car hydrophobic. So once you try to put water on the car, the paint pretty much expels the water, doesn't want the water there. So it gives a little extra protection. It keeps the ceramic coating rejuvenated.
There's a little test I like to do. So I'm gonna put the both on the same height. That's not coated side. And coated side.
Once the 2 coats is done, there's a cure time about 6 hours and the customer can pick it up. Once the customer come and pick it up, we'll provide you with a wash kit, a brochure how to wash the car. We also offer maintenance washes as well to keep the ceramic coating going. Lakeland Ceramic Coating will provide top-notch service. We'll make sure that the service we'll provide to you is warranty. So if we say it's 5 years, as long as you keeping the vehicle maintained the way you're supposed to, the way the brochure will give you, and how to wash it, we warranty that product for you. So it could be a 2-year, 5-year, or a 9-year protection.